It is March the 24th, 2021. I'm Andy, and this is the Minorcan Mullet Report from the Golden Ray Rec Site in the St.simons Sound. Well, we got out today and started our run to kind of go by and take a look at the car operation, and started to get a smell of fuel, of oil smell right off the bat. Wind was blowing out of the south a little bit today, southeast, and we came across this slick coming right off the wreck, and there was oil in it. I know a lot of people say all that sheen. Well, we're going to show you what it looks like, and I think I know what sheen looks like. This doesn't look like sheen to me, but this was a disappointment to see. And as we got up there, we saw the environmental barrier pulled back. I guess they've got it pulled back for maybe part of that operation where they're taking the cars out of the ship. Looks like they've done a lot of musical chairs with barges. They had the 533, the Weeks 533, the big crane pulled up towards the stern area of the ship off that north gate. The 2502 workhorse crane barge that we normally see working there was over on spuds south of the Jekyll Island Pier. But this is some of the stuff we were looking at today out there in this area. And it's almost like a little creek, a little river running out through the sound. And that was on incoming tide. Just hate to see this kind of stuff going on. We got this, I don't know, multi-million-dollar environmental protection barrier, and it doesn't look like it's barring the environment too much. Just kind of disappointed to see this. I don't know if you can see it right here, but that's oil. The sheening out of this thing is oil all in the water right here. Just spots, just blobs of it out here on top of the water. They've got the environmental barrier pulled back. Nobody's out here skimming. There's oil all out here. All out here. It's crazy. And here's I mean, this is heavy stuff that's right here. All thick stuff. This is great. Here comes the cow nose Ray swinging up to. Don't eat that, buddy. Don't eat that. Well, like I was saying, we saw some barges that were kind of moved around at the site today. Same barges in different places. Looks like maybe some different roles. We didn't actually see them actively removing cars today from the Section 7, but we could kind of look into the ship a little bit and see that they were making some headway. We can see right in here, this is where the barrier was kind of pulled back here and exposed, and they had those tug monitors in there pushing what, I guess, attempting to push the contaminants back into the barrier. They were having limited success there, from what we could tell. But barges, the hopper barge that we'd seen on anchor, with a majority of the vehicles in it from the Section 2, was tied up along the Weeks 533. We're seeing it, and here we can see where the barriers was pulled back at the site, and it was like that for a while. I just hate to see it on incoming tide. Really hate to see it on incoming tide. But once we got around and can kind of take a peek into the stern of the Golden Ray, we could see that they made pretty good headway with the vehicles that were in there. Looks like they pulled the ones that we could see visually Look like they've been pulled out. We don't know how many more are underneath the water or out of the grasp of the claw, but from what we could tell, they had made some progress in getting some of those vehicles pulled out. And for those of you that have taken part in our poll, when is the VB 10,000 going to start cutting again on Section 7? It's been 7 days since that bow section was put on the barge and hauled back into the Port of Brunswick. So 32% of you thought that the cutting would resume within a week. That has not happened. Our next guess here is 7 to 14 days, and I think it was 52% of people thought that it was going to happen within that. So we shall see. Hey, coming up here, I got a couple shots here of the car removal site from the hull, and you can see just how efficient they were getting these pieces out of here. You see that they've gotten this area, from what we can see, cleaned up nicely. Now, the Master Tyler was out. This is one of the two debris recovery vessels was out in the Sound, and they were actually towing their trawls, and this was the first time that we have seen this ongoing since last year. But these guys were out, they were doing some towing, and I'm sure that they are probably out there checking on some spots that the sonar groups have probably found in question. Could be some cars. We know they lost a car or two out there. And we're not sure what happened. Not sure if they ingested one of the trawls, this portside trawl, into the propulsion unit, the propeller of the trawler, or maybe they had a car in the net. We don't know, but they were having some kind of difficulty here with this port side rig. It looked like it was stretched down pretty tight towards the back of the master tiler, and we could see that crews were working on it, trying to get the net back onto the boat. And look, they were having a good bit of a difficulty. The starboard side rig was up and out of the water, but this port side was giving them a fit today. I'm not really sure whether it was just bad luck or maybe they actually caught something out there that was had their net kind of fouled. We'll try to figure out what happened there for you and try to let you know. But just another day out at the wreck site of the Golden Ray. Well, we kind of watched the master tiler steam off as they're working on trying to get that net back onto the boat. And we'll ask you that if you haven't, click that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it if you do that. Give us a click. If you're watching the videos, click it. That helps us. We'll also ask you to send some comments. We enjoy getting those. And most of all, we want you guys to stay safe out there.